I do know though, let's say in college, instead of going out partying and drinking, I was always spending any free time I had watching free master classes on self-development. And so I that is probably where I heard like everything always happens for you. Don't stress over what you can't control. And I genuinely believed those things. And I thought this was normal. Like I thought everyone lived this way. I didn't realize until recently that because I don't have this like loud inner critic criticizing me at all. And it wasn't until recently where a friend was like, what happens like if you drop something? Like you don't like criticize yourself? I'm like, no, I just like, whoops, right? Pick it up, like move on with my day.
It's fascinating because I work with people who are going through career transitions or they're building their authority or their confidence. And a lot of what I work on with folks is just that, like letting go and stop white knuckling life. And the more you can let go, the more good things will happen to you. So,
Yeah.
can you tell us the story of moving to Austin and how you built your business? Because I think it's just fascinating.
Of course. I wanted to touch on that though.
Sure.
I feel like there's so much power in the power of detachment. Like I always focus on, so I don't write goals in my life. I write down things I know are going to happen, and I'm not attached to the how. I'm not attached to the when. I just know it's going to show up. Like I'm attached on the what. So like I know encoded is going to become a global movement. I don't know when, I don't know how, but I know it's going to happen. And when you are so confident in your knowing, other people can feel that and then they want to step into that vision.
Do you ever have doubt?
Do I ever have doubts? Yeah, I would say I have doubt. I think, right, it's like I don't have this like voice telling me like you're not good enough. However, if I if I look at my results in my life, right, and I find out that I'm not taking action on something, I'm able to then trace it back and think, what are the beliefs that are creating this, right? So, like, maybe there's a belief of, I feel unqualified. I feel like I don't know enough. And I could easily just rewrite the story that I'm telling myself. And it's like, oftentimes when you write these beliefs down, you realize how silly they are.
So you can trace back in your map of thoughts to your beliefs, to your being. So then you can change your state of being to move forward.
Yeah, so it all starts with your thoughts. And then based off your thoughts, these thoughts are what create feelings. And then these feelings are what drive your actions or inaction, because not taking an action is also an action, such as procrastination or avoidance. And then actions that they create different results. And so if you don't want different results in your life, you need to start at the level of your identity, the level of, and the thing is that most people, when they try to change at the level of taking an action. So let's say most people New Year's, right? They want to start getting in shape and they go to the gym. But if you still have the beliefs that I'm never going to lose weight, like this isn't a priority, I don't have time for this, it's taken away from my career and my family, and I don't even know what I'm doing, this is never going to work, it's going to cause so much friction.
Right.
And so instead, you start by changing your beliefs, and then the actions naturally follow. There is no friction, there's no willpower, there's no motivation needed. It simply just happens.
So, what's an example in that scenario of a belief that would be changed?
One thing that I actually write down is my routines support my peak performance. And like I view myself as like an athlete, right? So if that identity and I believe that my routines support my peak performance, then I am going to start showing up in alignment with that.
It makes perfect sense. And it sounds so easy. And I think
Yeah.
people make it so hard. Why do you think we
hmm
make it so much harder than it needs to be?
I think people just don't even know that this is a route,
They don't
right?
believe it somehow. Right.
I think they don't believe it. I think they believe that you can't have it all. They believe that you need to feel. I think there's a lot of manifestation stuff out there that they say you need to feel it in order to believe it, but you don't. You don't need to feel something. If you felt it already, you would more likely have not already start acting as that person. And so if you want to feel something, you need to start training it daily, these beliefs. And it might like from my people start to experience a shift within the first 3 to 7 days, but it does not become their default belief until about 30 days.
So how does Encoded work? Because it's an app.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's a desktop app. A little app is coming soon, and there's a physical journal. And I would say this is another thing. Most people don't even know their limiting beliefs, right? So
Right.
this basically it starts with a self-reflection exercise, and you get clear on where are you currently in your life. Where do you want to go? So many times people may know their dream, right? But they never take a moment to reflect on where are you currently. Think of it like a GPS, right? I know I want to get to this destination, but what is the current location? So here you are doing both and then basically encoded. It pulls out your deeply rooted beliefs and it gives you a set of statements, a set of empowering beliefs about yourself and about the world. And then through training those and writing those down day in your journal, you start to naturally show up as that version of yourself.
I just started this journey and I'm really excited. Like, y'all, this is not like a paid promotion. I'm just saying it's awesome. And I've been in a mastermind for quite some time now. Do you know Paulina Tillman?
I do not.
Okay, she talks about this a lot too, and we work on this and its beliefs and thoughts and feelings and actions.